We are here and we are live on Instagram. We're about to go live on YouTube. What up, what up? What up, what up? What the heck? Now I gotta turn my volume up. Oh, Lord. Hey. Oh, Lord, y'all go see my kitchen. I don't know why I decided to go that way.
It's a beautiful kitchen.
Thank you.
Yes.
What is going on, girl?
I am here. We do not have Robbie 3 times tonight. It is his birthday. I guess he's doing birthday for his festivities.
Happy
So
birthday
good
to
on him.
you.
Happy birthday to Robbie 3 times. So we are holding it down ourselves tonight, but we got this. Again, we're not your typical girl talk. So, I mean, whatever. So that's all I got to say. So, welcome everybody to another episode where we try to make sense of the foolishness, and let's just say there is some foolishness, some laughs, everything in between. But before we go into that, we're going to introduce ourselves in alphabetical order.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Not Your Typical Girl Talk. My name is Garcia. We want to thank Radio Region syndicated through iHeartRadio for allowing us this platform. So yes, we are on the internet radio. Syndicated through iHeartRadio, Radio Region, every Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So check out our replays of this live show there on the weekends. And then, of course, we tape live here on IG and on YouTube. So check us out Wednesdays, every Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time to watch us record this live. Don't forget to follow and subscribe on all of our socials. Not Your Typical Girl Talk. Telly, what is going on, girlfriend?
So much. So much is going on. Hello, everyone. My name is Kelly. I'm a proud member of the Not Your Typical Girl Talk crew. It's very seldom. Well, actually, no, I won't even say that because every week, you guys already know the drill. Every week we think we've seen and heard everything, and then something happens, and we're like, "Oh, that's new." So I'm taking out no time here. Shiva girl, tell them who you are.
I am Toshiba. They call me Shiba. I am the final female member of the crew, and our male conscious, like I said earlier, is not here tonight. But we gotta hold this down because we gotta go right into these stories. I truly do wish she was here because some of these stories we definitely need a male perspective because I think they lost like I feel like our membership to the foolish club that some of these women we talk about belong to, like it got lost in the mail. Like somehow it just
I think so.
The mail wasn't there because some of these women are foolish, and we're gonna start off with a very foolish one. And here's the thing: we don't know if this is real or fake, but whatever it is, there's a woman in this world who exists that would be having this conversation. That we're about to show you that this woman had with a gentleman she was on a date with, and let me actually turn it up real loud so you can hear what this woman had to say to this man in a very noble profession about the type of man that she likes. And let's go.
I just feel like 9 to 5's like I appreciate it and all, but it's just like the money's too slow. Like, I need the money like every day. Like I want to go shopping. I want to buy a new car. Whatever I feel like doing, I want to do. Like I don't want to wait for you to get your paycheck. Like you know what I mean? Because then you might have to save, you might do that. But like if you sell drugs or if you scam or whatever, like you just gonna have it. You know?
I mean, but not everybody is in that type of lifestyle. You know what I mean?
You can if you want to.
Not me. I went to school years, so that's not me. You know what I mean? But I mean, if I'm not your type, I mean, I understand.
I mean,
you know how much doctors make a year? I'll just look it up on your phone for you. No, like, really look it up.
I mean, I feel like I make money.
No, I want you to look it up.
Do you know how much scammers make a day?
I mean, I'm not interested.
They can make what you make a year in a month.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
This is the generation this is the times. These are the signs of the times that we're living in. Where women she wants a thug or criminal that makes money.
Yeah, she prefers to date drug dealers and
Right.
scammers than doctors because 9 to 5 men money is too slow, which means that they have to wait for a paycheck, while her drug dealer or scammer boyfriend can get money on the daily. I actually have nothing. I have nothing.
That's a heavy one.
I mean, here's what I'll say.
I have nothing.
Oh.
We're supposed to be so evolved as a generation, as the human race. You know, we've never had more information, more education than right now. And yet, we're coming up stupider and dumber than we were in the 1800s. I don't understand. Why are we out here promoting men thugging themselves so you can go buy a new handbag whenever you want?
Yeah. Go ahead, Sheba.
Well, she's got to impress her followers on the gram.
She's doing it for the gram.
I mean, she needs to have them see her at Louis and Fendi and Gucci and Prada.
So sis, go get a job.
Get a job and buy your Fendi and your Gucci.
No.
Oh, dear.
But
Like
she
I really don't cry with her. She really thinks that she's got that juice. Like she really feels that she's gonna get this man. And not saying that she won't. She will. But the man won't last forever. He'll probably stay with her for the night or get her pregnant anyway, and then go back to business. And then she was gonna. And then we were talking about this. Remember during our planning call, we were like, "Yeah, girl, you'll get what you're asking for." But then you're gonna end up on Kendra G's show, thinking that you're looking for a wholesome man. Now you want a doctor,
right,
to take care of you and your 3 thug kids,
right? Because the thug guy will be in jail,
right?
Correct.
Why doesn't she just skip that whole chapter? Just get to the lawyer. I mean, does she not know how Google works? She never Googled to see how much a doctor makes. Like legal, Leo, this is legal money. No officer knocking on your door.
I love how you said just skip that chapter. And this is our advice to young girls. Skip the bad boy chapter. Skip it. Just rip that chapter out of whatever book you're being told. Because if you are not being shepherded into the world well by good parents, you're going to end up with several different baby fathers, again, going on Kendra G's show or an equivalent, talking about you want a 6-figure man who's going to take care of you and your children. So skip it all together and just fast forward to where your life is filled with men who are intentional about you.
All of that.
Skip it.
I see a trend in the women that have woken up, and they are getting together with the men that seem sensible on paper. They're getting with the men that can hold down, a job, have a career. They're holding down men that have vision. They're holding down men that can take care of themselves, can manage themselves. Why are we out here looking for men that have to run every time they hear a siren?
Here's the thing. And I have a whole people, there's a bunch of women mad at me right now, as usual, on social media, because I dare to tell them that your happiness and pum-pum tingling, okay, is not the way you find a husband.
All of that.
Or a good man. You don't women are looking for external validation and happiness from some. Do you know what a burden that is to put on somebody else to make you happy? Doing a burden. Imagine if I depended on you guys both every week to make me happy. So women are out there saying they want happiness and they want a man to be fine. And listen, I want to talk because mine happens to be, aesthetically pleasing. However, that's not why we got together. I got together with him despite the fact that he's aesthetically pleasing, right? Like, there were other things that we had, but a lot of these women think they want their pum-pum to tingle, and they want all of these great things, but pum-pum tingling leads to unwanted pregnancies and babies that these men do not want. That's all I'm going to say. So, girl, good luck to you.
Good luck to you, ma'am. She'll find what she's looking for, I'm sure.
I do
what?
think
She's
scared for this generation.
She's gonna find define the guy in the next segment we're going to talk about. This
See, now
gentleman.
we're connecting.
Here we go.
The connections have already started.
We're going to put it together because the kind of guy she's looking for is our friend here who called in, well, wrote in, I should say, and wanted some advice about a situation that he has now found himself in. And I'm calling this segment, Give Me a Break.
Okay.
So let me get it together, because this is the type of gentleman our young scammer lady here wants to meet. So I'm going to read you this in a moment. Let me just find it. I just sent it to myself, and here we go. And I want you guys to listen, because he's going to need some advice. So
Yeah,
my
let's go.
girlfriend is 4 months pregnant. She has 2 jobs and will do anything for me. I love her. I'm torn because I know our relationship will change once the baby arrives. See, I don't plan to stick around. I'm not changing diapers or getting up in the middle of the night. I hate noise. I couldn't stand the crying. I want to suspend our relationship until the kid can walk, talk, and is potty trained. How to convince her to give us a break for a few years?
Wow. He's so brazen with it too. He's just like, I need a break. I'm not the one carrying the child. I'm not the one with 2 jobs. I'm not the one taking care of the 2 other little ones. But I don't like noise. And I don't want to potty train it.
Yeah.
I don't want to change that.
Here's the thing.
He needs
Here's
advice.
the thing. As I always say, he showed his true colors from the beginning.
He's not working.
Because he don't have no job.
No job.
So she decided, I'm going to take this guy on. Even though I have to go work 2 jobs, he can stay at home.
No.
That's okay. And he can deal with the Xbox and all the streaming and whatever it is. And I will go work 2 jobs.
No.
So actually, I blame, women have a lot of power, as we always say on
A
here.
lot.
Women are the influencers of this world. Whatever we allow will happen. This sister decided that this is what she wanted. She said, yeah, you stay home and I will go work 2 jobs. And now we're not shocked about the fact that he wants to take a break because he doesn't like noise. So,
That's beyond me.
and obviously this man, she's paying the rent, she's doing everything. So
everything.
he was compensating by sleeping with her.
And getting free room and board.
Right. And now there's a baby in the picture. And he's like, well, I'm going to take off until this kid's around like maybe 7 years old. And, so if she can just,
7 years old.
wait 7 years.
I was thinking more like 3 or 4.
3 years.
I'm saying 7. This man doesn't even want, he doesn't want a little kid learning to say dad. He doesn't want a kid that is learning to walk. He doesn't want to take the kid to the park. So I say 7, because at 7 years old, the kid will be in school for 4 days, and Pops can stay at home and do whatever he was doing while wife was out and working 2 jobs.
Sir, get a job.
So what can
advice.
I mean, sir? Leave this.
Wear a
woman.
condom. Wear a condom.
You don't
There are
want
no
kids.
condoms,
So
He didn't want kids. Why
like,
did he decide to? Why did
if
they
you-
both choose this?
right, if you know what you want, then why are you doing the opposite of what you want?
That's the $1 million
That's the
question.
question of the night, Garcia. You know you don't want to be in a situation where you have to care for a child. So why are you exhibiting behavior that would bring about said child you do not want?
Girl.
With a woman you clearly don't want to be with.
There we go.
It's simple, people. Again, lessons here. If you do not want something, then do not do the behaviors and the actions that will get you what you say you do not want. It's simple.
Yeah. Common sense. Yet it's not common. Common sense. The common sense isn't common sensing.
And the idea that, to be honest, I would have had more respect for this guy if he was like, look, I don't want to, you know, have anything to do with this situation. I am just making a clean break and leaving.
You just leave.
But he enjoys the free life, so he wants to come back.
He wants to have a sequel.
Here's the
He
problem.
wants a part 2.
He's gonna go from that house to another house, get another woman pregnant,
Girl.
leave that house because you don't like no, get another woman. So he's just gonna be making rounds. He'll have several women pregnant and he'll make rounds when the kids are potty trained. And these ladies are gonna let him. Show me who you are and I'll believe you. That's my motto. Show me who you are and I believe you. I'm always curious to know the women who end up being baby mama number ... right? Like
4,
anything above 2,
3.
you've just chosen to have a sexual life. Like you became baby mama number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, and ridiculous. You are actually choosing. You're choosing to have a sexual life. So, you don't want anything good for yourself because the man has done this twice. But you said I'm different. So she thought
she's different
with her 2 jobs. I think she may have thought he would be different. We're gonna have a baby. He's trying to duck out to go start a new relationship. So when he gets that company, he can come back around. And Dada's home.
Back to his 7-year-old child.
Yes.
He's gonna play Xbox with.
Right.
Any woman, ladies, if you are going to work and your man is not, Houston, we have a problem.
There's a problem. Something isn't commuting.
There is enough jobs in this world. The man can become a garbage collector. He can drive Uber. He can have DoorDash. He can have many, we'll call them entrepreneurial streams of revenue.
Right.
Income
great money.
And do something. But if you are okay with your man sitting around while you get up and go to work, whatever you get from that man is on you. Because
no, girl.
Not 2 jobs, not even a half a job.
Right. Why? Like, come on. And you're 4 months, she's 4 months pregnant. So when she has the baby, who will be working? Because when she has this baby, depending on those jobs, if they're part-time jobs, she's probably not getting any maternity leave. So there's no half income.
She'll be off for 6 weeks and then she'll have to put the baby in daycare. That will take half of her income.
Right.
And we move on. Now listen, this guest on Kendra, I'm just gonna say, I think she's one of the funniest people. And for you sensitive Nancy's, okay, we don't ever pretend to be politically correct. Maggie is going to speak for herself, and we're going to let Maggie speak what Maggie wants to speak. And if we snicker or so, we don't need the politically correct police coming at us. Maggie came on Kendra's show for the entertainment, and we are going to enjoy being entertained. That's all I'm going to say. Now it's time for Maggie to tell us what she's looking for. Maggie's looking for a man, and she's going to tell us what she's looking for in a man and why the last man who tried to be with her didn't make the cut. So introducing.
Go ahead, Maggie.
Oh, Maggie.
Share your truth.
Maggie.
Hey, Maggie. Where you calling from?
Well, I'm originally from Cleveland, but I live in the suburbs of Coxsackie, Pennsylvania.
All right, so what kind of man you looking for, baby girl?
Well, if you can help me live my best life and provide me the money, I'm sorry, I'm kind of broke,
How much money would you like this man to make?
A lot of money, like how much Ray J has.
Who?
Ray J.
Ray J is a multi-millionaire.
Yeah, like that. Ray J considered me his family. I want family.
Have you ever been in a relationship, Maggie?
Yeah, but I felt like Rashid was using me for my doctor.
Rashid was in there?
Yeah, I don't want him. I asked for pay for me, give me some money. He told me no. So I don't want you there. So if you put it over here.
Wait,
Did you say no? Hold on. Just straight up free pussy over here.
Yeah, I did with it for 7 years. I'm done now. No, I've been ignoring it like crazy. Don't call me. Can't pay up. I don't want you working too? Give me some money. I want a man.
Okay, why would a man be lucky to be with you?
I actually got the guts to do that. Eating girls, you know what?
You ain't eating no cat.
I don't got the guts for that. I like eggplant though.
You like what?
Eggplants only.
Oh, you like eggplants on that. So when you
gotta have a condom on, so be ready.
Oh, no raw dog. This is the best show ever.
So,
I love it.
So, Amanda, do you want to do the Kendrick Cam? It's up to you, sweetheart.
Okay, well, you might get a kick out of this. Cause my body is shaped like a Pillsbury Doughboy, but we give it a shot. Yeah, I don't got the best body in the world. You be the judge yourself. It's look a big part of dough.
Okay, Maggie.
I shake mess. Yeah, part of dough.
Girl.
Okay.
That's hilarious. Telly is just taking a quick break.
Let me
Okay.
just explain why I like Maggie. I'm just gonna say that quick.
I
appreciate anyone who's honest. And Maggie was honest. Maggie was more honest than most of these women who come on to the show and pretend they are somebody that they're not. Maggie said what it is, what she wanted, and why she did not want Rashid. And it was simple. Maggie told you what she looked like before the Kendrick Cam, and she meant it. Maggie wants a man with money like Ray J, who can make her live her best life and understand that she's not giving no free for JJ. Okay, and if she's not going to eat the cat, she needs eggplant. And she has a Pillsbury Doughboy body. Maggie said what it is. So
You know what? Here's the thing. You can't hate or send any negative energy towards people that are just like, this is who I am. I've accepted who I am. I'm not going to live in a delusional world. This is what it is. And like you said, it's refreshing to see someone that is saying, hey, you know what? This is me. And the idea that, Maggie with her truth is refreshing and entertaining. Like while listening to that, I was like, yo, Maggie should honestly, Kendra G needs to just bring her back on and be like, how is the dating journey going? Because she's hilarious and I'm here for this.
I'm here for this.
And yeah, girl, go ahead.
Listen,
Go ahead.
Here's the thing about Maggie. So I watched the full episode. And Maggie really is just wanting to live her best life, right? She's trying to save up for some concerts that are happening. She said she knows Beyonce is a little expensive, but there's some cheaper concerts in the area. And the problem was Rashid kept coming over trying to slide up on her, but Rashid wasn't paying for no concerts because Maggie is just trying to be out here living her very best life. And Rashid was sliding in the door, okay, but he was not doing what he needed to do. So she needed, a little RSVP.
Here's the thing too, right? Like before we were chatting about a woman that's out here pregnant, working 2 jobs. And then we have Maggie, who's like, look, if this dude can't buy me some concert tickets.
There's no Netflix and chill with Maggie. Maggie straight up. She said Rashid.
She has priorities. She's a cultured woman.
Listen, women learn from Maggie. Maggie has been very clear. You cannot afford me for me to live my best life. She didn't say a luxury life. She didn't say luxury. She said my best life.
Right.
Maggie's best life was just wanting to go to some concerts and be able for her man to slide her a few dollars.
Yeah. Get some dinner every once in a while. That is truly all she wants. And I again appreciate the truth She's not out here saying, I want, she's not saying she wants a six-figure man. She's not saying, I need this because and I need all of these luxury things. She's out here saying she just wants to enjoy her life and have a good time. I'm here for it. I wish more people were like that. And, Kendra, I don't know. She gets some gems sometimes, I'm telling you.
And listen, Maggie told you exactly what you were getting with the Kendra Cam. She didn't start to say she was a voluptuous, curvy woman, like the woman who was 300 pounds, who tried to tell people and convince people she was curvy and thick. And she was obese. Maggie told you, you might get some doughy parts of her body. You go, Maggie. Maggie, honestly, has become one of my favorite people.
And this is just proof again, when you're confident,
you'll get what you want.
Yeah, no one's going to tell you to go sit down.
She's in her own lane.
Thank you, Maggie. So, Maggie, you wrapped us all
Maggie.
Up. Okay, we're Team Maggie because you are much better than the girl who's trying to have scammers. Okay, you just want a Ray J. We get it. We just want Ray J. She wasn't
not Ray J. One wish.
Maggie just had one wish. Just want to go to concert.
Listen.
Okay.
I hope someone, tagged Ray J to that clip so that perhaps he can send her some concert tickets. Because
yeah, we are still waiting for
RSVP.
For those who do not know, it was supposed to be Ray J's supergroup. It was Ray J, Sammy, Bobby V, and who was the P?
And Mario?
No.
Oh wait, RSVP.
Pleasure P. Pleasure P. It was Pleasure P. Yes.
Yeah. Pleasure P.
Ray J, Sammy, Bobby V, and Pleasure P. Listen, I'm waiting for some RSVP tickets, and maybe I'll reach out to Maggie myself. But Maggie, girl, we going to
Maggie will be our guest.
Okay. But we've got so much more for our next segment because the next segment is heavy, and it includes 2 stories from Texas and a preacher that Lord of His mercy. But before we get into that, Garcia, please talk to the people there.
Yes, let's reset this room. We are not your typical girl talk, and we try to make sense of the foolishness on the silly internet. And we are taping this show on Instagram and on YouTube. We want to thank Radio Region, syndicated through iHeartRadio. Yes, we are on Internet Radio. Every Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, we have the replays of this very show, where we go live on IG and YouTube at 9 p.m. Eastern Time every Wednesday, so be sure to join us. And of course, follow and subscribe. Our handle is Not Your Typical Girl Talk. We're missing our male contest tonight, who is Robbie 3 Times, but he'll be back next week. So we've got a lot going on here, even tonight, y'all. What? Okay. But anyways, and we are gonna let's head back into these stories because I think we have a little bonusy sort of connecting the dots situation again. So let's go.
Okay, I think we can all agree that times are tough, right? COVID and all the free money, both countries, all the nations were giving away free money. The United States and Canada were no exception. There was free money galore. They were printing money to try to keep the economy going, and now we're all paying for it because of inflation. However, what this next man did for the amount of money he did it for, I think goes a little bit beyond what any of us would expect. So we're going to go here, and I'm going to put this up here for you to see. I'm just going to let it sit here for a moment, and then I'm going to read what this says. Let me tell you, when I first, remember when you ladies sent this to me, I said, this cannot be real. And I had to go and search, and I looked at the articles, and then it came out, and I was like, this stuff really is real.
Yes,
so
this is
the face of a man here in Texas who, I'm going to read here, this man here pauses his date to kill man who scammed him for $40 and returned to date like nothing happened. Let's hear more of the details. A Texas man on a date who paid $40 to park only to learn inside a Houston burger joint that he was scammed, allegedly went back and fatally shot the man posing as an attendant and then returned for dinner, according to court records. Eric Aguirre appeared in court Thursday on murder charges in the April 11 death of 46-year-old Elliot Nix. His bond was set at $200,000. His attorney declined to comment. Aguirre, 29, allegedly told his date everything was fine and that he just scared the man off after returning to the Rodeo Goat restaurant from the parking lot. They then started walking to a table but left to eat someplace else after Aguirre looked uncomfortable, according to court records. Aguirre's date contacted police 2 days later after police had released photos of the couple who had been identified by tips to Crime Stoppers. She wanted to do the right thing. She wanted to make sure that she came forward and told the police what she knows. So, let's just be clear. He went to a burger joint called Rodeo Goat, where he got scammed into paying $40 for valet parking. Let me tell you something. But first thing, there is no way in God's green heaven a place named Rodeo Goat, okay, has valet parking. So no mistake number
Shame
one.
on him.
Right?
Mhm.
So then he pays $40 for said valet parking, finds out that there is no valet parking, stops his date to not go and just say to the man, hey, sir, you my $40 back. Like, I know you're a scammer, blah, blah, blah. You know what? You need money so well. Here's $5. Let me take the $35 and go on his way. No! He proceeds to unalive a man over $40 and then went back to the date and said, now we're good, but we'll go somewhere else.
Yo, that's sociopath.
Yeah, that is
a sociopath at its finest.
Yeah, when I read it, I was like, okay, I know times are tough. $40 now means more than it did even 2 years ago.
Amen.
However, sir, you're gonna take a life for $40?
$40.
Like, you're gonna go to jail for 40 years. Like,
Thank you for $40.
Sir, for $40. Listen, most people that I know anyway would have been like, oh hell, I lost that $40. That sucks. I'm gonna report this and make sure that guy's found out. Like, for the principal. But whatever, $40. It's a lot of money. Yes, but whatever, let it go. I'm here on a date with this young lady. My attention is on her and on this date and making this happen. The idea that he got up from his chair, did his killing situation, went back to the restaurant and sat down like nothing happened. Like, that's just full on gangsta Tony Montana situation. Like,
over $40 because it
$40.
wasn't a pride. Yes, we could say possibly it was pride, but pride of what? Right? He paid, he went in. There is no pride associated. You are a sociopath.
Yeah, because it's not like the man stole his car. Like the car is parked.
Like, you're the fool that really thought that a burger joint.
Rodeo Goat.
That's on you, sir. Plus, I'm sorry, guys. Like, every day we get ripped off. If he was to go shoot people, he went to a mechanic shop. Because everyone gets ripped off at the mechanic shop.
Car insurance.
Everything is a rip off. It's $40. Sir. Tony has a loss. Let it go. It's $40.
But then, I'm looking at his face right now, and
he looks like a Nazi.
I mean, he looks like the type of person just waiting to shoot someone.
He wants to make America great again.
America great again.
Oh, yes, girl. I'm not making America great again. That's the face he's giving. He's like, they're like, why y'all bugging me with this? I have a dick too. Even his mugshot, he's sitting there all like,
I got things to do.
Yeah, he doesn't.
He doesn't give one shit.
You took a man's life, like, away from his family, over
$40.
$40.
This man, like, he had children, potentially a wife. He's got a mother and a father. You went and just killed him like nothing happened, and went on about their merry way.
Yeah.
And to me, $200,000 bond, it should be $2 million, $20 million. How about no bond? Period.
Yeah, I was kind of confused with that because I was
bond?
like, wait a minute, this man committed murder over $40.
And his bond for $200,000, yes.
$200,000.
So basically, anyone with a home
or decent credit.
can
Yes, go to a bail bondsman
and he
get him
can
out.
go
We can go
skip
back to shooting people
around
at random.
the rodeo goat restaurant.
Correct.
and eat hamburgers.
Correct.
Texas. This is Texas, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course it is.
Good old Texas. Jesus.
So we wish that the man who shot their family best. We hope he rots in jail.
We really do.
And he finds out what people in jail will do for $40.
He'll learn. See, poor life choices.
Because $40 on someone's commissary in jail is a lot of money. So he about to find out what $40 is gonna make people do while you're in jail. So good luck, sir. I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. That is what the wonderful, amazing Whitney Houston used to say. Well, Texas has a different way to show that the children are our future, and they've decided to implement a program with teachers to show how much they want to protect students. And I am about to show you. It is quite interesting. I mean, they're really showing us that the children are our future. So in this segment, we're calling Strap 'em Up. This here says Texas will pay teachers an extra $25,000 to carry firearms in school if bill is approved. Oh, no, I have more to tell you about this magnificent, this is great, right? There was a group of people who sat around the table and thought, this is great. Let me tell you more of what they were thinking. Let's hear this. Texas lawmakers advanced a bill this week that would compensate school employees with stipends of up to $25,000 per school year for being trained to carry a weapon on K-12 campuses. That's kindergarten to grade 12. And buses. It's called the School Sentinel Program. It would also require training on mental health, first aid, and trauma-informed care. The bipartisan measure passed the state's House of Representatives on Tuesday in an overwhelming 125 to 21 votes, about a month shy of the one-year anniversary of the Robb Elementary School massacre that killed 19 children and 2 teachers in Uvalde, Texas last May. Currently, Texas allows the army of teachers through its voluntary school marshal program, which passed in 2013 following the Sandy Hook mass shooting in Connecticut a year prior. The Texas Commission on Law Enforcement, which oversees the program, increased the number of training opportunities for that program in the months following the tragedy. The latest proposal out of Texas come amid recent measures pushing for more armed personnel on school grounds nationwide.
No, this is a horrible idea. Are they gonna throw in a bulletproof vest to go with it? Like, listen, I don't know what the hell's going on. This is bad. We were talking about this. We were saying, okay, yeah, fine. We give these teachers a gun. If a kid comes in late, or maybe the teacher's in a bad mood, or sometimes kids get fresh and they pick up the teacher. That teacher has a gun in their drawer. They just take it out and be like, oh yeah, well, and then we all know how that ends. This can lead to children getting molested at school. No, this is a bad idea. Being pushed against their own will. The kid can take the gun from the teacher and take them out. There's too many. This is a horrible idea.
As a parent, I could not have imagined. I get it. I get the mass shootings in the United States of America have come to an all-time high. Children are being sent to school and not coming home. However, why would training teachers, first of all, let's even back up. So now they're going to train them on mental health, first aid, and whatever else they're training them in. First of all, should the teachers not have a mental health check and training prior to becoming teachers? Let's start there.
Yes.
So now you're gonna teach them, you're gonna train them on mental health because you want to put guns in their hands. And not only, let's be clear, not only put guns in their hands, but give them $25,000 a year to carry said gun to protect themselves, like when the mass shooter comes in and he's going classroom to classroom, like our teachers coming out, do they got AK? Like, how is this working? How do they imagine this? Like,
yeah, what's the plan?
Think about the big picture. So, okay, there's a shooter, and then the teachers all on their walkie-talkie says, "We got this," and then they go out and they leave the kids in the classroom by themselves. And how is this working?
This is a horrible idea.
See, like,
Horrible.
here's my issue with the whole thing. So they are trying to mitigate risk, but they're doing it in a way that's reactive and not really, like prepping, responsive. Now, first of all, the first thing that needs to happen is that mental health check for everyone, right? Mental health services need to be free for the students and for the teachers. That's the first thing. They don't need to bring guns into the scenario. They don't need to bring in more weapons. They need to bring in more education and more tools to make people stay away from that danger zone where they feel like shooting someone. Because what happens is when you bring in these guns, now, I'm not saying that teachers are gonna go crazy, but as humans, we can't trust that the teachers are going to be like, I am not going to use this gun. What if something happens between two teachers at school and they decide to go off on each other, John Wick each other out? Like,
Bad idea.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Again, I come from a corporate space. We all do. So I picture a round table and people meeting around it. And there are people who thought, how can we prevent mass shooting in our school? I know. Let's make teachers carry guns. So they bypassed, hey, how about we implement a system that no one is allowed on our school grounds and cannot enter school after the child is in? We make sure there's a security system, there is a alarm, there is, the video that we can see someone. We've got to do this to make sure that they come in. Children are not allowed to leave. Maybe bring a couple of security guards and police on staff. Like, they bypassed this whole idea of just implementing better safety measures on campus and went straight to every K-12 school in Texas. So they're gonna go. So instead of just giving the teachers more money,
Right.
they're giving them more money to carry a gun.
Right. Dumb idea.
it's ridiculous. And it's actually ridiculous. And I can't believe that educated people that apparently went to really good universities and schools have decided that this is the right thing to do.
But you know what, though?
Which is why teaching is now, they're having problems finding teachers because teachers don't even want the jobs anymore. And
what they'll get now, there's a lot of gun happy teachers. They'll sign up for the job. You're getting $25,000 to walk with a gun. They're going to influx. But you have to remember, too, this is America. Like, there's solutions to everything with buy a gun. You're feeling depressed, buy a gun. Are you broke? Somehow buy a gun.
Just today,
buy a gun. Everything.
You know what? Just today, a young man lost it at a medical appointment or something. Had a gun in Atlanta and went out on the street and shot a bunch of people.
Yeah. There was actually another shooting today as well, where I think it's a school, one in Siberia and then one like We're in the States. You know what?
There's
Everything.
the U.S. averages about 3 to 4 mass shootings a day, and you think fixing that means let's put more guns in the system?
Yes, in the state of Texas around children. And just like National Fair said, hey, National Fair, they don't pay enough for the BS. Yes, teachers definitely do not get paid enough for the BS.
No, they don't.
But the way to incentivize people to become teachers is not to say, hey, we'll give you $25,000 a year that you teach because we want you to carry your gun around. That ain't it. There are
They want this to be John Wick. That's what they want.
Yes. They want
the John Wick.
They want Keanu Reeves.
Come on in with wearing like a
out
black
here.
suit. The rain coming down and a dog. Better watch for that dog. I know what will happen.
Shooting.
They want
This is
Nina
the dumbest
Gleason.
idea. Oh.
They want
Anyone-
Nina Gleason as teachers coming in and protecting. Come on, man. Okay.
I
so
feel
you're telling me that
horrible.
Miss Mabel, you're telling me that Miss Mabel that has been teaching for 35 years, who's just ready to retire and wants to go hang out with her grandkids,
Right.
you want her now to be carrying guns on campus? Ma'am, sir. No.
And again, because we've seen the videos sometimes of students going off on their teachers. These students are going to disarm those
They will
teachers.
take that gun.
They're going to disarm them.
This is a bad idea.
I
don't know what's in Ted Cruz's
coffee.
coffee.
Idea, but no one, just like I always say, why is there no one in these meetings that go, no, this is stupid. This is not.
You know what?
It went through the legislature.
Yeah.
25 to 21 votes.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, even if there was someone that said, you know what, this is a stupid idea, they just bypass that for individual.
Because
what's that one person going to do?
The only time they bring up their, constitution and rights is when it comes to training. That's the only time they care about it. When it comes to freedom of speech, no one cares. When it comes to rights, no one cares. But when it comes to carrying a weapon,
they need that gun. It's like their vitamins.
We're done.
Yes, girl. That gun is their vitamins. They love that gun more than they love their own picnic.
Yeah, good luck, Texas.
We're praying for the children of Texas, and hopefully,
yes, we are. Praying for the children of the world
because this is bad.
So this last segment here. Listen. I love a good trap music. I love a good strip club music. I'm in love with a stripper. But the place I don't want to hear about strippers is in this place here that this gentleman decided he wanted to make some comparisons. Okay, I'm just gonna let him go. Okay.
We don't make it rain on booty cheeks. We don't make it rain on strippers. We only reverence one stripper, and that's the one that took off glory to put on humanity and then get naked on the cross to die for both you and me. The only stripper I'm in love with is Jesus. And when I put that prayer about
Yo, anyway, it's fine. His analogy of Jesus stripping from taking off glory and comparing it to a stripper.
Yeah,
right, sir.
You know what?
What are you? No, that's a horrible.
There's this, and I know it's because of social media. There's this whole these new preachers, new pastors,
new porn star
wearing hoodies, to preach the gospel. It's just okay, you got your clicks. Please move on.
Everyone's
the man said the only stripper I'm in love with is I can't even say it.
Right,
No,
because
because it's so blasphemous.
you
Hey,
feel
It's
like,
like a big old sin.
yeah, you feel like you're sinning.
Blasphemy.
It's blasphemous.
I
We're comparing our Savior, who hung on the cross, to a stripper who hangs from a pole.
I think oh even the atheists have to say that this is terrible.
This is borderline.
No, this is terrible, and this is why a lot, like, I know a lot of, like, you know, my parents and people of that generation, they're just like, I don't understand this new age ministry or whatever, because they're out here making the weirdest connections that are so ridiculous. Like, how did he even stand up there and say that with a straight face?
I'm sure he practiced in his mirror for hours.
Well,
you know,
Jesus puts bread in his pocket.
Maybe he wanted to get in touch with like the stripper crowd.
He wanted the clicks, girl. He wanted those likes. He wanted to go viral.
He wanted to, he wanted to go viral.
I'm
He
sorry.
knew it started commotion.
How do you make the leap? Because he made a big old.
That's a big old leap.
Like over.
That's
He
a
did
huge
a triple
leap.
jump, a long jump, and then he did
Cartwheel,
and then he
somersault.
And then into this point of Jesus being on a cross for our sins.
Comparing
on
that
a pole
to old school Cardi B being on a pole. You can put the two together.
Again, this is why a lot of people are just like, look, I have nothing to do with these TikTok pastors or whatever it is.
So what is, because I remember back in the day, you went to high school, you then went to university, and then from university, you went and you studied theology. And then you would go into a church, and then you would become a junior pastor because you had to go under a senior pastor. And sometimes you would work with the youth and, you know, do Sunday school. Like there was a rite of passage into actually standing in front of a congregation of hundreds or thousands of people and speaking the word. This person looks like he's no older than 32, in front of what is thousands of people talking about Jesus is a Jesus is a stripper, and he puts bread in his pocket. He put bread in his pocket. I got bread in my pocket. When did becoming a preacher? I remember when you became a preacher because you wanted to save souls. That was the idea. And preachers back in the day were not meant to be rich, right? They were giving themselves. They were the ones, if you needed anything, you went to the preacher who gave you the rice and the thing and the clothes off their back, essentially. Made sure your kids could go to school. That's where your tithes went, to making sure that the people in the church, the members of the church, were okay. So he's the T-Pain of pastors? Like what?
I think he's self-proclaiming it.
And that
He's
word
self-proclaiming
of,
it.
you know, comparing Jesus to strippers, that's not saving nobody.
No, I think people question everything. That would have took me so aback. I'm like, wait, what? Where's the exit?
Yeah, that's where I pick up my handbag and I'm like, let me find the
I
exit.
pick up my handbag, I pick up my Bible, and I'm out of bounds. That's in that church. No.
That's the crazy part. There are people jumping and waving over. I hear that, like you said, I'm picking up my purse with my hard candy in it, and my plantain chips, and maybe the mango that I cut up for my snack, and I'm taking my stiletto
and I'm bouncing,
and I'm walking right out that church.
But you know what?
Having discussions talking about God is Jesus. Jesus is a stripper.
You know what, guys? This is just he is one of the many. There's him. There's the gangster Bishop Whitehead in Brooklyn talking about blocks. Like this is like this is a thing that's happening. The one sister that said that Beyonce is a witch.
Devil worshiper.
Oh God.
Like everyone's doing things now for a click, and it's just like.
But here's my
It's
issue.
becoming a lot.
Here's my issue. Other than Bishop Lamore Whitehead, who had like 4 members in his church, the other 2 you mentioned had hundreds to thousands of people who are listening to this.
Oh yeah.
Yep, and not to mention the amount of people that have seen it already on social media, TikTok,
sermons are on
Instagram.
YouTube.
Yeah.
And I've seen him do this crap before. He's even talking about fat people. Like
What did he say?
Who he is. He was saying that he said a lot of people are going to be upset in his sanctuary today. But he was going to preach about how it's a sin to be fat. And a lot of people were show their faces, and people love the food. So a lot of people were upset with what he said about fatness being a sin. And he went on and he went on and he went in on gluttony and being fat and the foods you eat and heart disease and whatnot. But he's just known to.
They have no problems with Jesus as a stripper?
Oh, they have no problem with that. He's not talking about the food. They have no problem with that.
So
it goes right over their head. They think they see a cross and then they see a strip pole and they think, yeah, they are connected when they're not. They're not.
So him talking about the obese people had faces.
They were mad with that.
But Jesus
they were
is
happy. Yes. They're happy with the stripper comparison. This is the world we live in, y'all. We didn't say it was. We always say try to make sense of the foolishness, but we can't make sense of this.
This is what I have nothing. Oh, hey, Jesus himself would have to come down. Black Jesus.
Black. Thank you for saying that too. Black
Jesus, please, because we've lost our way. Black Jesus, we have. This is the new shepherd, right?
Yeah.
Jesus is a shepherd. Let's not
spewing all this ridiculous
flock. We're the flock.
This is ridiculous. Like, sir, go back and read your Bible. Whatever you're reading is not the true word of the Lord.
Okay. So now we have a Texas man who's killing people for $40. An entire Texas legislator, 125 to 21 vote, who wants to give teachers guns and give them $25,000 a year. And we have a pastor, preacher, man, child, boy, who's saying Jesus is the only stripper I know because he's gonna make it rain on Jesus. Okay, we're done. You know what this week I have nothing. I'm actually stunned. I didn't know. I watched the part of the video, as you ladies remember, but I cut it. So this is the first time I've seen the entire video. So seeing how long this went on with I got bread in my pocket. Yeah. That was a lot. I'm done. Nothing. Okay. You know what, Kelly? Yeah.
Well, thank you for watching the program and for listening to our show, Not Your Typical Girl Talk, syndicated through iHeartRadio, thanks to the one and only Radio Regent. We want to thank all of our viewers on YouTube. We want to thank all of our viewers on Instagram. And if you're not following us on either of those platforms, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube. Make sure you follow us on Instagram so you're always in the loop of what is going on in these deep, dark internet stripper streets. Also, if you want to listen to this episode along with our past episodes, because of the great gods of Jesus, you see the Lord, because I said stripper, now the Lord is like, oh, you're trying it, eh, girl? Messed up my mind. I'm gonna pray, Father, in the name of Jesus, forgive this fool man for comparing you. Anyway, Lord, and anyway, our lovely listeners and viewers, find us through Radio Regent, syndicate through iHeartRadio. You'll find us there. You can hear all these award-winning, blessed content. We are blessed and not stressed. We're giving out the juice. We're giving out love. We're sharing our laughter. And we hope that we bring you guys some joy for the hour that we are on. Thank you so much for watching and for listening. We got Persia. I'm Telly. We got Queen Sheba. And in his late happy birthday response, we got Ronnie 1, 2, 3 times. Till next time. Don't do some weirdo comparisons.
Because listen.
There's a man upstairs that's watching all y'all. And if you try it, you know what's gonna happen. Satan's gonna come and wail your backside. That's what's gonna happen. Listen, don't be a victim. Satan's gonna come and knock on your door and say, "Oh, you're comparing this to the Almighty to the strippers, eh? Okay." He's gonna give us some karma on you. You gotta run to the altar and pray for forgiveness.
I'm done. Good night.
Run like Mary and Mary Magdalene. Run. Run.